Welcome, everyone, to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense takes the field to start this game off. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Snags it quickly on the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Back to throw. It's strong. Quickly complete. And they're able to get him down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, and how about the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Reeled it in and just made the house call. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. You know, David, both of these teams have a strong safety that can support the run and also disruptive in the passing game.
I mean, it's just so nice to have a guy that's so physical, like a linebacker, but also also can play like a DB. These guys are really revolutionizing defenses.
They hit people, too. They are heat-seeking missiles. Nobody wants to run over the middle of the field against these guys.
Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive, get in the backfield right away, and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job on the defense being hyperactive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Johnson looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Give to the single back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Fires one high and deep. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
1st down here for the offense. They'll give it to Johnson. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Johnson wants to throw it. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that...
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking up the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and
he's got it down the right side. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I know we talk about quarterbacks and running backs and receivers when we're talking about the Heisman Trophy, but how can you not have this guy in New York City? That's now his 20th sack of the year. He has been simply unstoppable.
And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
7, Miami, 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy. The
Canes look to keep this drive humming. He wants to throw it again. Spits it out to the back. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Give to the running back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll try the run.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Looking downfield, it's Strong. Got his man quickly. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
He's got it again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They're trying to get... And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense set for a 1st down play. Johnson looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is... Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
He's looking deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. On the run, it's Fletcher. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Palmer.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. Johnson wants to throw it. Working the middle, it's complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback moving. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. Ready, break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jones AT&T Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
The give to the tailback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it. The expressway is wide open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. The sure hands, it's Carr. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And the Hurricanes line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Miami.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Strong. He's right on target. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up. Caught in the backfield. It's Walters.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Holding.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Red Raiders are on the move. They want to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Oh, they knock it free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And a tremendous return on the play before he's brought down.
And these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of...
Oh, look out! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. At midfield, he's got room. Tripped up for the tackle. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And the Canes will hustle to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you've got to have bounce. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Power football with the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Ripping through the defense. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. On the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. And the D deny them on 2nd. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UCLA is on top, but it's not like Troy Aikman or Gary Beeben are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 5 over USC. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one, Kevin? everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the offense on first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
And the ball is picked off, bringing it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Canes. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down here for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Strong. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job. Understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. 4th and short. That means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
On 4th down, they'll run it, looking for the first. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
We're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else. But 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why just give up and hand them the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision, too, based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Strong. Got it set up on the outside. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
He makes a catch. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Looking for the score. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Field shrinks. Tight end throws. Big targets, big results. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, Dave. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it. The Canes in the hurry up. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Johnson looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the route is on. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Looking for blockers. And the returner is stopped. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Walters. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's going to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Fires to the big fella. Turns it on at midfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Back to the air one more time. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The short hands, it's Turner. He's brought down quick. They're still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Feeling feeling the heat as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
A strong tackle and wrap-up.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this
pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level there.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Got it in the middle, it's Carr. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Demania. Firing to the right, complete. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the pummeling has started. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
On target to the left. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air. It's Strong. Trying to get to him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They're bringing heat.